So, what have you heard superstitious wise, or I look at, for example, an owl, and for me, owls are representatives of, other species. Let's say maybe not worldly to here. What have you heard?
Well, the owls they consider spiritual creatures, but one of the other things, the natives here, they have Bigfoot, Sasquatch stories going back thousands of years.
Okay.
So they definitely believe in Bigfoot and Sasquatch. And I have friends that live here that swear by it.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, totally.
Yeah. I've never seen one. And there's a lot of people with video cameras out now and pictures. So you think if there was one. But I've also been in places back here on this island where in the middle of a sunny day like this, you get under some of the trees and it is completely black. So there could be stuff in there that nobody's ever seen or nobody's ever heard of. And every now and then you hear some weird noises. And one of the noises they say to stay away from is a weird help. It sounds like, help. Sounds like somebody saying, help. And when people hear that, they run. They get out of there. Yeah, I've had friends pack up their campsites and just totally disappear after hearing things like that.
Has anybody disappeared camping out?
No, but these mortuary, these cemetery markers down here, those represent people that went missing.
Okay.
And I don't know, they disappeared missing, and I don't know what the story is behind them missing or disappearing.
Okay. So if you hear the help, I think it's like, have you ever heard of La Llorona?
No.
It's the crying lady from Mexico.
No.
Every country and every place has like a story of, you go into the woods and you hear something, and when you hear it, if it's a woman, just go the other way because she is told to snatch men.
Okay. And it's a real old story?
Yeah.
Goes back centuries? Yeah.
The Mayans will tell you about it. I mean, everybody, even today, like people have experiences today, and it's usually in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's cultures out there that are still, people that haven't made contact with them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
how many indigenous villages do we have left here, like real?
And on this island, you have the Tlingit, the Shishimian, and the Haida are here. But there's all kinds of them throughout Alaska. And then you go all the way up to the Eskimos, up north.
Right.
So
are they still like maintaining their originality as villages, or now they have electricity, power?
Well, water? This is their village right here. So they have regular houses just like everybody else, and the internet modernized. And plumbing. Yeah. And they got the video games for their kids and they go to the local schools. So, but they keep their culture alive. Yeah. Which is great because their culture almost died out in the late 1800s because they were being westernized. Yeah. And then down here, that white building down there, that was the Saxman School, named after the school teacher. So that was the 1800s. Mm-hmm. So they brought that, they built that school there, and the teacher started teaching all the native kids English and all the American ways and English ways, and they started losing their culture too.
Right.
So but they're really good. They brought it back. It's strong. It's vibrant. Like I was saying, when they put up that pole, that second pole there, they had to close the street down here. There were hundreds of people out here for the potlatch, which is a party when you raise the totem poles. Nice. So you can tell it's brand new.
And it's modern because it has metal.
Yeah, it has a metal sacrifice pole. The first time I've ever seen that.
So that's really modern, you guys. Yeah. Any witches or shamans in the area?
Well, that shaman, right up there, the owl shaman. If there's any active ones here, I'm not aware of them. So, but I imagine they have some people that are, spiritually, they believed in reincarnation. Yeah. So they believed, your spirit came back for a certain purpose and that you were here to do a certain thing. So they're tied into that,
Well, I appreciate all of your stories. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And as you know, guys, we're going to continue our tour. I hope you've enjoyed.
Hi, Miami.
The way we grew up is if something paranormal happens, you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about it, it gives them power.
Oh.
So growing up, when we would say you're sitting in your room in your bedroom, the window's open, and you hear talking or whistling.
Yeah.
My mom and my grandparents.
He has 12. They should be good.
Working. Turn 4, good to go. Always told us to act like nothing was there. So you'd be sitting there drawing, you hear whistling, and you just continue drawing or playing games and ignoring it, because once you
acknowledge it,
it has power, and then it knows that you're on edge. And the more power something has, the stronger it gets. So usually around, a lot of people will believe here that paranormal things, if you just ignore them, they're not there, nothing will happen.
Hey guys, what's going on? All right, so we are about to depart from the port of Ketchikan. We've been blessed with a beautiful day, and I wanted to share with you guys another fun fact, which is that when you're in the 8th grade, they actually separate the girls on one island, the boys on another island. They have teachers, of course, waiting, just in case something happens. And they release them with absolutely no food, nothing, and they have to survive on their own. This is a tradition that they've been doing for many, many generations, and it's for 3 days. So I thought that was just like, wow, like I actually, you guys know I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, everybody should do that. At least we know how to survive, right? Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed the views. This is the port that we're leaving from right now. And we are the last cabin in the front. So we're gonna have some really nice views now. Still have some birds on the area. No Bigfoot though. We missed Bigfoot. So this is our going into our living room. It's a little bit of a mess now. Today we got more fruit. So we have some grapes, bathrobes, and we have some umbrellas back there. And we got some flip-flops. Ooh, some princess flip-flops, which I'm gonna wear now. What else is really useful? You got a hair dryer, guys. Spacious, very spacious bathroom. Shower. Let's going out in our living room. And we are now leaving the port of Ketchikan. Alright, so other perk that you get with the suites is you get this lounge that is actually 24 hours, and they have amazing canopies.
Welcome to the concierge lounge. Yes, welcome.
Look at this. Good music. Another perk of the suites is that you get one of the best restaurants a la carte every evening without reservation. They have a special seating area for you, and you get really, really special attention.
Good evening, everybody. Once again, welcome to Reserve Collection Dining. My name is Lance from Philippines. I'm in charge in the Reserve Collection. If you have any food allergies or dietary requirements, please let me know, okay?
So no cheese, you can put the bread through, yeah? Maybe. Okay, hello.
Hello.
How are you? So this is Tutsi, yeah? My partner.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Tootsie.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Nice meeting you.
Sandy and Tootsie.
And to see, so we're gonna surf up you here.
Perfect.
I hope you enjoy your cruise, yeah?
My favorite part is the laundry. Included in suites. Yes, so you can just wear the same thing and drive. Alright guys, it's 6 run because we're getting into the glacier area to get up from 5 to 9 and you start seeing the glaciers, the little pieces of ice. Look. So they recommend being up at like 5 or 6 in the morning because we're getting into the glacier area. Now you use everything you brought. Totally cover up. The cold is nice. Sure. Good morning. Beautiful morning. We have the view on the TV in the front and on our balcony. Nice. 7 a.m. Look at this. You can barely see the water. Okay, guys, so this is pretty crazy. Look at how the boat is, the cruise is being driven, that you can't see anything. Like, the captain literally has zero visibility of where we're going right now. Look. I think you could see it more on the phone than you can actually see it with your eyes. It's cold now. That's what the captain is seeing. And this is what we're seeing. It's all foggy. Wake up to this. Isn't nature beautiful? Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you are enjoying the trip so far. So if you made it this far, it's because you're probably considering traveling in a cruise, and I wanted to give you a little bit of my feedback so far. So if you want to get a suite, I think that it really all depends if you are going to be spending a lot of time in the suite. I'm someone that loves privacy, quiet. I don't like being around a lot of people. So I've definitely, enjoyed all the perks that the suite has, like the VIP lounge and the specialty dining that we have every night with a different menu, and not having to be at the buffets. But if you're hoping to just be around, to see the scenery, and you're only going to be sleeping in the room, so you're basically going to be around the ship all day, and then in the evening, last thing you're going to do is just go to sleep, and then wake up really early to be, in different decks to enjoy the view, then there's really no need for you to get a suite.